Philosophy, as a science, encompasses broad areas of human experience, from the ancient Greek reflections of Plato to the profound thoughts of Nietzsche. These great minds have shaped our understanding of the world, human nature and reality. However, often overlooked among such giants of thought is the name of Emmett Fox, a 20th century philosopher and spiritual counselor whose teachings hold the potential for radical change in every person's life. Emmett Fox was convinced that thoughts and words have a powerful effect on our reality. He argued that by learning to control his thoughts and words, a person could gain control over his or her life, making his or her wildest dreams a reality. At the core of his philosophy is the idea that we humans have a divine potential that allows us to co-create the world around us. This concept is reminiscent of the ancient Greek concept of logos, the power of the word that creates order out of chaos. To better understand Fox's philosophy, it is worth delving into the history of human thought, from the ancient Greeks, who emphasized the power of words and thought, to modern philosophers such as Nietzsche, who saw art as a means of overcoming harsh truth. Fox argued that one's ability to shape one's thoughts and believe in them is not just a tool for success, but the key to personal transformation. Based on the ideas of Christianity, Emmett Fox believed that every human being is created in the image of the Creator, meaning that we have the ability to influence our reality through the power of our thoughts and words. This thought echoes the biblical wisdom found in Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." Fox believed that our thoughts and words are not just abstract ideas, but real forces that can shape our lives. Fox's philosophy, known as New Thinking, is based on the belief that our minds are capable of creating reality. This idea, despite its apparent simplicity, is the basis for profound changes in the lives of anyone who is willing to follow this philosophy. Fox argued that thought is a thing, meaning that what we think and what we believe has a direct impact on our circumstances and destiny. But how can we learn to speak and think in a way that attracts our desires? Emmett Fox suggested the practice of affirmations, positive affirmations that a person repeats to themselves daily. These affirmations, phrased in the present tense, help to change the mindset and set the mind to achieve what one desires. An example of such an affirmation would be the phrase "I am loved, and I attract loving relationships." The constant repetition of this phrase gradually changes the inner perception and helps a person to attract what they truly desire into their life. Affirmations, as a tool, work in a similar way to the art that Nietzsche spoke of. Art, according to him, is necessary for a person to avoid dying from the truth. In the same way, affirmations allow us to create a new, more desirable truth for ourselves. They are not just words, they are a form of self-expression that has the power to transform reality. Consider a simple example. Imagine a person who is looking for love, but within himself doubts his attractiveness and the possibility of being loved. If such a person begins to repeat to himself daily, "I am loved, and I attract loving relationships," over time his self-perception will begin to change. These words will begin to influence his thinking, emotional state, and behavior. The person will become more confident in himself, which will be reflected in his interactions with others, and eventually he will truly begin to attract love and care into his life. Emmett Fox's philosophy offers each of us a powerful tool for changing our lives, conscious control of our thoughts and words. This approach, based on ancient ideas and supported by modern research in psychology, proves that our mind has tremendous power. And if we learn to harness that power, we can create the life we dream of. This is the profound wisdom of Fox's teachings, a philosophy that combines ancient truths and modern practices to achieve harmony and success in life. The benefits of Emmett Fox's philosophy are that it helps people become more attractive to potential partners and succeed in life. One of the key aspects of this approach is the use of positive affirmations that promote self-confidence, resilience, and clarity of purpose. By talking about ourselves in a positive way, we begin to realize our desires with greater ease, shaping a life that aligns with our deepest aspirations. This approach echoes the ideas of Samuel Taylor Coleridge, the Romantic poet who believed that imagination has the power to make the unreal into reality. However, as with any powerful tool, there is a danger of misuse. Therefore, it is important to understand not only the power, but also the possible pitfalls of the philosophy of self-deception that Fox discussed. One such pitfall is the tendency to oversimplify our desires. When we reduce our dreams to simple statements, we run the risk of overlooking all the complexities and nuances that accompany achieving them. This is reminiscent of German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer's warning that one can mistake the limits of one's perception for the limits of the world. Thus, we need to be careful that our affirmations do not obscure our reality and prevent us from recognizing all the difficulties that may arise on the way to the fulfillment of our desires. Consider the example of a person who constantly repeats to himself, "I am rich," but who does not take concrete steps to achieve financial success. This simplistic approach can lead to complacency, as this person may begin to believe that their words alone can magically attract wealth. In this case, it is important to remember the words of English poet William Blake, who argued that abundance is beauty. In other words, we must combine our positive affirmations with active actions to achieve what we want. Another danger is the risk of delusion. If we constantly repeat affirmations, we can become detached from objective reality and start living in a world created by our own thoughts. German philosopher Immanuel Kant emphasized the importance of reason and the need to substantiate one's beliefs with empirical evidence. While affirmations can be a powerful tool, they must be balanced with a clear understanding of the real world and its laws. An example of this would be a person who claims, "I am always healthy," but neglects proper nutrition and exercise, hoping that his words alone will protect him from disease. This attitude can lead to neglecting preventive measures and developing a false sense of security, which can ultimately lead to undesirable consequences. Moreover, a philosophy of self-deception can inadvertently contribute to a culture of victim blaming. If we begin to believe that our thoughts alone shape our reality, it can lead to the erroneous belief that any difficulties and misfortunes people face are the result of their own negative thoughts. This can create an unfair sense of guilt in people who are going through difficult times in life. Thus, Emmett Fox's approach to philosophy requires awareness and caution. We must realize that the power of our words and thoughts is great, but it cannot replace real action and an objective perception of the world. When applying the philosophy of self-deception, we must remember that, like any other profound concept, it has its limitations and potential pitfalls. It is important to approach it with wisdom and insight, drawing on the experience and insights of philosophers and thinkers who have pondered the complexities of human thought and language over the centuries. The journey into the world of the power of words and Emmett Fox's philosophy is just beginning. It is important to remember that difficulties and obstacles may be encountered along the way, but with the right approach and an awareness of all possible risks, we can achieve our goals and create a life that lives up to our wildest dreams. By defining our reality through affirmations, we may unwittingly come to erroneous judgments about people who face difficulties or adversity, believing that they simply have not been thinking positively. This view fails to take into account many external factors such as social inequality, economic conditions, and other complexities of life. To avoid these pitfalls, it is important to approach Emmett Fox's philosophy with the realization that affirmations are merely a tool, not a magic wand. Their power is only realized when combined with action, empathy for others, and an understanding of the larger context of life. Now that you're aware of the potential pitfalls, you may be wondering how on earth to use affirmations in a way that really works. In the next part of our study, we'll explore this question in detail, offering a practical guide to using affirmations. We'll also look at how to use them effectively while maintaining a realistic view of the world. The path to attracting everything you desire is winding and challenging, but if you overcome the pitfalls with wisdom and compassion, you can make significant progress along the way. So, stay tuned as our journey into the world of Emmett Fox's transformative philosophy continues. We are coming to the final stage, mastering the art of affirmations and putting them into practice. Drawing on the wisdom of great thinkers, from Socrates with his call to know thyself to modern psychologists, we will explore how to effectively harness the power of words while remaining within the confines of reality. The key to successful affirmations lies in the precision and clarity of our language. Our thoughts and words must be aligned with our deepest desires, articulated in the present tense and in a positive way. For example, instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," we can say, "I am healthy and fit." Such a shift in language sends a signal to our subconscious mind that our desire is already a reality. German philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein said that the boundaries of our language can become the boundaries of our world. If we expand our vocabulary to include powerful positive words, we open doors to new possibilities and change our perception of reality. In addition, repetition is a key element in rooting affirmations in our subconscious mind. Daily practice, whether we say affirmations out loud or write them down, reinforces our desired beliefs and helps them become part of our daily lives. English poet T.S. Eliot once wrote, "The greatest proof of our inner strength is found in our daily routine." Indeed, repeating affirmations daily can strengthen our resolve and create lasting change. However, for affirmations to really work, they must be accompanied by purposeful action. German philosopher Johann Wolfgang von Goethe observed, "Thinking is easy, acting is difficult, and to translate one's thoughts into action is the most difficult thing in the world." This is a reminder that while our thoughts and words have tremendous power, true transformation is only possible when we act on our desires and beliefs. Affirmations can set us on the right path, but without action, they will remain mere words. Consequently, in order to effectively utilize Emmett Fox's philosophy, we must not only speak and think positively, but also actively put our thoughts into action. This process requires perseverance, mindfulness, and a balanced approach to life. By mastering this philosophy, we can make significant strides toward our desires, overcoming all obstacles with wisdom and compassion. We realize that words alone cannot change our reality. We need to take concrete steps to achieve our goals. It is also important to be humble and recognize that we cannot control every aspect of our lives. This is consistent with the wisdom of the Christian prayer, "Thy will be done." At times, what we passionately desire may not align with our true needs or be good for the world at large. Therefore, it is imperative to remain open to changing and adjusting our affirmations as we grow and evolve. Another important point is to avoid the temptation to judge others based on their life circumstances. When we achieve our goals through affirmations, it is important to remember the words of English poet John Donne, "No man is an island." We live in a complex web of interconnected lives and events, and not everyone has the same opportunities or life experiences. This realization should remind us of the importance of empathy and compassion for others, even when we are successful. In conclusion, Emmett Fox's philosophy of talking to yourself to attract what you want is a powerful tool if used wisely. By creating accurate and positive affirmations, repeating them regularly, taking meaningful action, and remaining humble, we can unlock the transformative potential of this philosophy. Its benefits are immense, from increased self-confidence to a fuller and more fulfilling life. However, it is important to move wisely on this path, recognizing the limitations and possible dangers. With this knowledge and practices, you can embark on an exciting journey of self-discovery and transformation, paving your way to a future rich with possibilities. Remember that the power of words is in your hands. Use them wisely to create the life you truly desire.